I'm sorry, Monster Riser. I didn't mean to freak you out, but I'm just trying to get away from this next monster. She's always chasing me, trying to get hold of me, Monster Risers. Have you seen her? You know who I'm talking about. Let me describe her for you. She's about yay high, 5'5", always blue, hangs around with suffering, and just downright pitiful. And then she usually show up at the worst time of our lives. Does she sound familiar to you? Wait a minute, there she is. Despair. Let me share 3 things that you need to know about despair, and I promise you, you're going to run from her too. Number 1, we all wrestle with despair. And she usually show up again during some of the most difficult moments of our lives, whether we're going through a situation in our family, our relationship, our finances, feeling unfulfilled, world events, especially right now. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Even despair is trying to get away from him. Number 2, in the words of the known psychiatrist Viktor Frankl, he defined despair in his simplistic formula when he said, despair equals suffering minus meaning. Wow. So in essence, despair ain't got no meaning in your life. And then number 3, despair can cause clinical depression and hopelessness. So without further ado, let me just get right to the guess so that we don't allow despair to pull us into feeling hopeless. Number 1, get resilience, because when you have resilience, you can guard yourself from being vulnerable to despair. It's sort of like putting on your despair armor, like some positive mind feed. Number 2, get in touch with what is making despair show up for you. Then turn your attention to those things that will help you move past despair, like meditation, yoga, healthy thoughts. And then finally, get centered. You know, I always come back to being centered, because no matter what happened, know that nothing ever stays the same. And in the words of my mama, time heals and this too shall pass. All right, Monster Risers, I gotta get away from despair because honestly, she just freaks me out. So I'm just gonna go.